What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is kind of like a part 2 to the video right before this. If you haven't seen that, that is a Final Fantasy medley from 1 through 15. And one of those was this one, and I decided to hear the original as well as the Pixel Remaster, which did get requested. That was requested by Jared. The Pixel Remaster, I'll listen to this after, and then this will be my first time hearing Searching for Friends from Final Fantasy VI. And right before I get started, I have not heard Final Fantasy VI since Dancing Mad. That is the only song from that game that I've heard. That's pretty crazy to me. So even though I kind of technically heard this very recently, I don't really count it. It was orchestral and it was like a minute long. So I kind of was like purposely kind of ignoring it. So now I get to hear it again properly 2 times. So let's go. Final Fantasy VI. It's been a very long time. Nobuo Uematsu, of course. Searching for Friends, the original, and then the Pixel Remaster. Let's go. That definitely sounds very SNES. Oh, bass line in there? Okay. There's a lot of bass. It's like a weird percussion on this side. Oh, it goes from left to right. Wow. Having a lot of mixed thoughts right now. Oh, wait till the end. So no percussion other than cymbals. Makes it very airy and wide open. That's nice. I still have yet to hear much Nobuo in the older catalog. So it's nice to hear his ideas with limitations. It's a little catchy. All right, round 2, we're going to be doing the Pixel Remaster. It's a little longer. Let's get into it. I'll change the image in just a second. Oh. Oh, that's cool. That sounds obviously newer, but not too different. Still faithful. The bass is not as prominent now. Yeah, the emphasis this time is the leads, the flutes and stuff. Actually, there's percussion in this one. It's like a little parade snare. Oh, we got a lot more percussion. I want you to remember these notes that are playing right now. During this, I guess, chorus section. I'll tell you when. Right here. Remember that. Ooh, that's nice. This is good. I'm sure people will prefer the original, but I'm saying, like, this is pretty good. It sounds older, but it's not. I don't know when the Pixel remasters came out. Alright, here it comes again. Oh, there's a different note right there. Okay. Okay. Let me know if this image is from the remaster or from the original. I don't know anything about 6. I know one character's name, and a train, and one song. Well, 2 songs now. Trumpets, or it's the horn section, I guess. Very nice. Violins are a nice touch. We no longer have that cascading. At least I haven't heard it yet. But we do have, like, guitar chords being strummed very lightly. Oh, now it's... It's very catchy, though. Okay. So, my second time... I'm considering this my second time. The other video I'm not going to count. You'll see why if you could watch that one. It's the video right before this one. This is now what I would consider my second time listening to Final Fantasy VI. Now, I knew going into this that I had no idea what to expect because I started off with the big Mamma Jamma, right? Dancing Mad, to this day, was one of my most requested, if not most requested, songs ever. And that was early on when I started doing this. Every comment, I had so many just Dancing Mad, Dancing Mad, Dancing Mad, Dancing Mad. I did it twice. I did it from the original and then the Final Fantasy XIV version. And I still remember that day, you know, it was a lot. You know, I wasn't expecting anything like that at the time. How could you? You know, no one expects like a 15, 16-minute movement of just, you know, whatever that is. And at that time, I've heard Naboo a little bit before, but that was the first time it was like, whoa, what the hell? So I knew coming into another song for the first time after that would be, I had a feeling it'd be not like that, right? I'm sure not all songs are going to be 15, 16 minutes and they're going to be a final boss song. I knew that was a strong start, but I didn't know where it was going to go from there, really. So I wasn't expecting that, but I also wasn't really expecting anything, if that makes sense. So with that said, this reminded me of a lot of things, and it's cool. It has like this nice kind of mellow ambience to it. I'm sure I still have to hear the rest of the soundtrack, but you know, it's just nice. It kind of sounded to me more of like, I'm not sure really if it sounded kind of like a scene, or to me it sounded like a more of like a talking scene, like this happens during a like dialogue or something. Maybe even kind of world theme-ish a little bit. It's kind of repetitive in that kind of aspect. It's kind of short. And I'm not just saying this because I played it recently. I really do mean this. To me, it sounded like Chrono Trigger a lot. The first one, the original. And the reason I say that is, you know, probably not the craziest coincidences, right? Nobuo worked on that as well, kind of, but he did. SNES, you know, the time, but also the sound of this one. If you played Chrono Trigger before, the sound of this one, I don't know which came first. I'm not saying they stole from another. I'm just saying I heard that before I heard this. That's all I'm saying. But they sound like they were kind of in the same realm of headspace. And like, for example, like just like an idea that could have been thrown out there, like this could have been possibly used in that, or vice versa. And they're like, no, let's put it in this game instead. Like that's where I'm kind of getting at. Like they could have lived at the same time. And the reason I say that is because the first one had the kind of ambience of Chrono Trigger that I know, that kind of airy, sort of mysterious sort of ambience, but also the bass. When I think of Chrono Trigger, I think of the bass, like very standing out. And also the left and right thing, which Chrono Trigger does all the time. And I'm pretty sure that's to like mimic like the pendulum, right? Time, all that. So it really reminded me of Chrono Trigger a lot, which is not a bad thing. I love Chrono Trigger soundtrack. Now, man, that's really catchy though. Like the melody is really strong on this one. Second one, the Pixel Remaster, the one we just heard. Not sure when the Pixel Remaster came out. I'm assuming it's somewhat recent. And this one was, you know, I kind of like this one. I'm sure a lot of you grew up with the original one and prefer that one. I don't really ever compare. I just listen to them and appreciate the music, because you kind of have to put yourself in the position of these composers. They have big shoes to fill. They're still doing their job, and they're still putting like love and attention to it. So to ignore it would be kind of silly. It's, you know, of course the original. My mentality is, if you want to hear the original, go listen to that. But to not give something another chance, or to possibly think that something newer may not even can be better, it's a little silly to me. So, but that being said, again, I'm not going to compare, but that was really good. It was really faithful from what I heard. It sounded like it could have been. It sounded to me like what maybe Nobuo would have wanted it to sound like. And I know that might sound crazy, but you know, I doubt any composer back then wanted limitations. You know, they have a cartridge to fill. So, you know, personally, I'm trying to put myself in that position, you know, making something with limitations and then hearing it later be redone faithfully, but also, you know, in its kind of newer skin. That would feel like an honor. So I'm very curious about that kind of thing. You know, I always wanted to see like an interview with a composer where there's something gets redone and like how they feel about it, besides just, you know, oh, you know, I liked it or something. I really want to know like what goes, you know, it's like their baby, right? Their thing that they created is being given a new life. So also I had more percussion this time around, and I think violins were introduced. I don't think the first one had violins, I'm not sure, but more percussion this time instead of just cymbals. And the other thing that I really have to say, which I mentioned earlier, is I am, I don't want to say I'm confident, but I have an itch that this song probably subconsciously inspired You're Not Alone from FF9. Obviously, this came first. The foundation was set here. All composers and music writers are guilty of using old melodies. And it's not the only time I've heard Nobuo do something like this. I just can't think of any other example. But everyone likes... Well, not everyone. Let me rephrase that. Obviously, he likes resolving a chord progression with a whole step. Or a whole step in the melody. So it'll be like da 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 whatever, whatever. But when it ends, it's da da. And which melody is it from You're Not Alone? It's okay, yeah, so I think they're both the chorus. So the chorus section to both of these, just the chorus section really, not the main melodies, the chorus sections sound pretty similar. Right. It has the little da 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 dum dum da da dum da dum da 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 da. I'm like trying to do it in my head. And then this one has something kind of similar too. So like the last like tail end of the chorus of the song sounds a lot like You're Not Alone to me. I don't know if anyone has ever heard that before. I'm surprised I caught it on my first listen to. But I've heard You're Not Alone so many times. It's such a good song that I'm familiar with that song quite a bit. And yeah. So I couldn't help but hearing that. So I think anytime I hear this song in the future, and I don't know if this song repeats or if its motif is sprinkled throughout. I don't know how important this song is to the game. But I'm always going to hear like You're Not Alone or something. Or maybe You're Not Alone was kind of a callback to something like this. Because apparently, from what I've heard, you know, FF9 was like a big like thank you to FF players. And there's like little things here and there all over the place from all FF games. So it's very possible as well. Either way, my second introduction to FF6 is interesting, right? You know, Avnu is not going to be dancing mad again, but it shows me how the variety of the soundtrack, so I'm excited to hear more. I don't know when the next one is. I do have some. I don't have a lot of FF6 requests. So I don't, you know, that's kind of, I always thought that was kind of weird because people really, really love this game and they talk about it in high praise. But as far as, I'm just saying, as far as my like request log, it's one of the least requested ones. So I don't know why that is, you know. But yeah, there's a few in there, but not many. Anyways, thank you, Jared, for the request, and thank you for watching. My name is Jesse. Thanks to everyone that you see here. My name is Jesse again, because I forgot. This is the Auditorium. Take it easy. Have a nice day. Peace. Hey, Future Jesse here. I was doing some cooking after recording this video, and I had a big like aha moment. Searching for friends. You're Not Alone. The titles are pretty, yeah, cool, nice.